Welcome to Levox Explanation. Today we bring to you another great movie, Alexander's Explanation. So without delay, let's go to the explanation of the movie. The movie begins in 283 BC, where a baby is born in the house of King Philip of Macedonia. Alexander's father and mother's relationship was not so good. Both used to quarrel all the time, which was not at all good for a child. But Alexander had a way where he could get it, and that was the way of friendship. His friend was Hephaistion. It is said that Alexander and Hephaistion had a physical relationship. Slowly the children started growing up, so Alexander's father called a Muslim teacher named Aristotle, who could give knowledge to the children. Aristotle taught the children of that kingdom very well, and the children gradually became intelligent. One day a horse seller came to the state, who also had many beautiful horses, but he also had such a horse, which even the elder people of the state were not able to control. After which Alexander's father Philip asked that horse seller to take that horse, but only then Alexander tells his father that I can control this horse, but his father said that you are only 13 years old now. You can't control the horse. But Alexander insists, and after which he goes to the horse, and after saying something to the horse, he rides the horse, and the people are shocked to see all this, and Alexander's father hugs him deeply. One day at night, Alexander's father takes him inside a cave where there were pictures of all the great warriors. King Philip tells Alexander about the warriors, on which Alexander tells him that I will become a great king. See, one day this I will also have a picture on the wall, on which Alexander's father tells him that it is not easy if you want to be a good king. Then you have to stay away from women, especially from a woman like your mother. Here King Philip was trying to turn his son against his mother. Actually the king was thinking of second marriage, but he understands to Alexander that he should not fall for the woman. Now after some time we see that the king has got married again. During the night celebration, the uncle of the new wife of the king tells everyone that there will be a problem in the old wife of the king. That is why the king has married my niece. Alexander gets angry, and he cannot bear to insult his mother in front of everyone. That is why he insults the uncle of the second wife of the king in front of everyone, and says that how did you speak such a word about my mother? So that man tells the king to take care of his son. He is insulting me. On which the king asked Alexander to apologize, but Alexander refused to apologize, on which the king gets angry. And when he was coming towards Alexander, he fell down, and then Alexander says that look, the king is old now, and this woman has married my father only for wealth. The king becomes more angry after listening to Alexander, and orders Alexander to leave his country, after which Alexander leaves the country. After a few days, the king is killed. No one knows the reason of this murder. Some say that the king was killed by his first wife, and some people say that only his friends killed him. The king had no children, so Alexander was made the king of Macedonia. Alexander was very intelligent and brave. Slowly he started occupying another kingdom. He fought many wars and won those kingdoms. He fought with a kingdom named Farrell, in which he had an army of 40,000. The king of Persia lost the battle and fled from there, but Alexander said that if I kill this king, if I could not, then how could I become a king? So he put his army in search of the king of Persia. Gradually he conquered the whole of Asia. One good thing about Alexander was that whatever kingdom he conquered, he used to talk lovingly to the people there. He used to say that I want to be the king here. I will not commit any crime against you people. You stay with your religion, your culture. I will also fulfill your basic need. Because of this nature of Alexander, people loved him, and due to this reason he didn't face oppose the people of any state. But Alexander still wanted to find and kill the king of Persia because he did not want the people of Persia because he had fled leaving his countrymen in such difficult times. A few days later, Alexander married a common girl from the same state. But some of Alexander's own people started opposing him because despite being a brave warrior and a king, he married a common girl. In fact, they said that Alexander should have married a good girl in his kingdom. His mother also came to know about Alexander's marriage, and she also got angry because she wanted Alexander to marry a girl from his own country. Alexander married a girl from the same country because he did not want to go to his country. That's why he tells his companions that we will go on a long journey. Whatever country comes in front of us, we will capture it and make it ours. After which Alexander is given a soup to drink, in which poison was mixed, but Alexander comes to know that poison has been mixed in the soup. That is why he is not to drink the soup. And soon it was found out who were the people who mixed poison in the soup. It was very surprising that it was his own accomplices who mixed the poison in Alexander's soup. After which Alexander sentenced those people to death, and soon those people were killed in front of everyone. A few days later, Alexander and his companions set out for a long journey, as their next goal was to capture other countries, and with them an army of 1.5 million people, consisting of all kinds of people, including children, old people, women, and doctors. Also there was some slaves. While traveling, Alexander reaches near the Hindu Kush mountain, where he gets lost because there were big mountains all around. After that, Alexander reaches India looking for a way. He wins many kingdoms in India, but because of the weather of India and the weather here, his companions started dying after studying ill. Then Alexander is faced with a great king of India, Porus, after which there is a very fierce battle between Alexander and King Porus, in which Alexander also gets injured, and decides to go back to his country with his army, because those people were badly defeated, because those people had no experience of fighting against elephant and forest, and the weather here was also killing those people, and many of Alexander's companions had also turned against him, after which Alexander and his army began to return to Babylon. There is no account of how many people died in this journey of Alexander. Alexander returned to Babylon after 7 years, after which he had 2 more marriages. A few days later, his very good friend Hephaistion's health deteriorated. His health deteriorated due to mixing dirty water in alcohol, after which the doctors said that he would soon recover. But he dies soon. Alexander is very broken due to the death of Hephaistion, and he feels that his friend's death is not because of alcohol. Someone has poisoned him. That's why he considers his wife to be the reason for Hephaistion's death and wants to kill her by strangulation. That time his wife tells him that she is going to be a mother, so Alexander leaves her. 3 months after the death of Hephaistion, Alexander also dies. Before his death, he tells his companions that after my death, you should fulfill these 3 wishes of mine. After I die, the doctor should take my coffin till graveyard, so that people know that when death comes, no doctor in the world will be able to save you. Secondly, after I die, keep all my gold, silver and all my wealth near my tomb, so that people know that I could not take even a single coin with me after my death. The third and last thing after my death is to keep one hand out of the coffin, so that people know that the King Alexander had come to this world empty-handed and left empty-handed. After the death of Alexander, his entire empire was destroyed, and greedy people divided his empires into many pieces. So this was a short story of great Alexander, in which Alexander had achieved a lot in his young age, which no one can even imagine. That is why even today Alexander is immortal in the pages of history. If you like my explanation, then like the video and subscribe the channel. Thanks for watching.